welcome to W Rated, the show where we willingly watch the world's worst rated movies. Today you've joined us on one of this year's Road to Razzies mini episodes. This is our annual season of episodes looking at the nomination for the controversial Golden Raspberry Awards 2025. For new listeners, I'm Daisy, and as always, I'm joined by podcast co-creator, host and editor Claire. Claire, would you like to tell us what film we're talking about this episode?
We're talking about Madam Web, which was nominated for 6 awards this year, including Worst Picture, Worst Director for S.J. Clarkson, Worst Actress for Dakota Johnson, Worst Supporting Actor for Tahar Rahim, Worst Supporting Actress for Emma Roberts, and Worst Screenplay for Matt Sazama, Burke Sharpless, Clare Parker, and S.J. Clarkson. So yeah, quite a spread there. I think we both weren't surprised to see this there. I think this was one of the most universally hated films of the year. I saw it in cinemas. You saw it shortly after it left cinemas. I'm very much on record as being pro Madam Web. I am pro Madam Web. I am pro.
She's got the badges and everything.
Badges.
That would be cool.
I am pro 25-year-old actresses pretending to be teenagers dancing on tables to hits from the 2000s. I'm pro
Yes, that's very you.
I'm pro any movie set in the 2000s. Right, I'm sorry, right? This film is about female superheroes, has Britney Spears on the soundtrack, it's set during the time period where I am a teenager, and stars Emma Roberts, who at one point I was trying to complete her home filmography. She is quite controversial, though, so I sort of distance myself from that. But it also stars Adam Scott, love of my life Adam Scott, who doesn't know I exist, but,
yes.
you know, stunning, beautiful man, and features potentially the birth of Peter Parker, my favourite superhero guy. What's wrong? Why can't people just let us have nice things?
Have fun.
Yeah. It is not a great film. But I think the thing is, this is no worse than, the Fantastic Four films from the 2000s.
This is just classic things of what we've said before, which is, women are allowed to have bad films as well, right?
This is just...
If this was guys doing it, it would just be it would be bad, but it wouldn't be the worst superhero movie that's ever existed, you know?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It took me back to the 2000s. It reminded... If you told me that this was made in 2004, I'd be like, 100%, this is a complete 2004 era superhero movie. And maybe they leaned too hard on that, because
that's what I was about to say, is that I wonder if it's on both parties, and that people kind of missed that memo a little bit. But also, the 2000s isn't known as a decade of well-made films.
Cinema!
In fact, I would argue it's known as the worst decade for movies.
But it's the decade in which I learnt to love movies, and it's the decade that I grew up.
This is it. It's not without merit. But maybe that's where it kind of went a little bit wrong.
They absolutely also completely fucked it with the marketing, in that all of the marketing is all clips of the 3 teenage girls in their superhero costumes, making it look like it's going to be a big superhero movie. There's no superhero in this. I guess technically Madam Web is a superhero, but it's a complete origin story, to the point that she only really becomes a superhero at the very end of the film in the final shot. It's a mad origin story. Not mad at all, just really, extreme one.
Basic, very much.
And I think that they obviously knew that they were onto a bit of a stinker. Not my words, but then they really went all in on the marketing and tried to make it look like something it wasn't, and that only, in my opinion, made it worse.
It made it worse, but did people pay to see it? Yes, they did. So actually, that's business, baby. They knew that it wasn't going to be critically acclaimed or even just generally well loved. So they were like, right, let's get bums on seats. And who gives a shit if people don't like it? We've made it. Well, I don't know if they made their money back. I'm assuming they did.
It had a budget of between 80 and 100 million. And it made 100 million at the box office.
Beep, beep, beep. And then they were like, wash my hands of this. Probably will not be able to touch that ever again. So that whole setting up of that franchise is DOA. But at least we made our money back slightly.
Yeah. Slightly.
Surely they're not going to do... This is the Sony...
This is the Spider-Verse, which after Kraven the Hunter is officially dead now. So Kraven the Hunter was the last one, so they've officially... okay, we accept it.
And is that because they've been doing so badly, or is it because they've got other plans?
No, they've been doing awfully. So because obviously Spider-Man... So you've got the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, which are like... technically the first modern superhero films. Obviously, you've got the Superman from the 70s, the Batman from the 90s, but Spider-Man kind of reinvigorated the genre again. Then they rebooted the Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone ones, which were quite poorly received. Again, what's wrong with people? And then Spider-Man joined MCU, and so then Sony has been trying to build their own Sony universe that Tom Holland could be a part of, but Tom Holland, because he's only really been in the MCU movies, so they tried to make their own one. So you had the Venom films, Morbius, Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, and maybe another that I've forgotten. The 3 Venom films did well, but were critically reviled. Morbius was a previous Razzie, and it's Morbin time. All of those.
It is indeed.
All of those things, and Kraven is on our list too.
I just who even wanted to see that? And I know you said that you wanted to see that.
Well, I didn't want to. I'm looking
see
forward to watching it now, but I who did want to see it?
You said you were like, how is this a real movie? Like what?
And the thing being that these are meant to all be the Spider-Verse, but not a single one of them has had Spider-Man in.
But that's the issue, right? Is that they've made basically they're empty nesters. They've allowed, through I'm sure a lot of money, Spider-Man to be in the MCU, and maybe they thought, oh, when he comes crawling back, Spider crawling back, we could really utilize this. Oh, I didn't realize Spider-Man was still so popular. Marvel just paid a shit ton of money. Maybe we could jump on this, because they hadn't really. I mean, they'd obviously done the Andrew Garfield stuff, and then they were like, oh, this didn't go too well. Why don't we do the MCU model? Maybe that's what we're missing.
Everyone's been trying to do the MCU model. I mean, look at the DCU.
Yeah, exactly.
Crashed and burned.
Exactly. So they tried to do that, but built it around a character they didn't currently have the rights for. I don't know how long they'd lent him out for.
Well, they have the rights.
They still can't.
They have the rights to him. It's just...
But contractually, he's with the MCU right now, so they must have signed a contract to say you can have him for a certain number of years.
The Spider-Man films, the individual, the Far From Home, Homecoming.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They are
Sony, aren't they?
But in collaboration with the MCU. And
that's why they can't have any of their own stuff in it.
Really. So I think they were basically trying to... They keep trying to do the Sinister 6 or Sinister 7. I can remember.
Yeah.
They
6,
they keep trying to do that. They tried to do it in the Sam Raimi version. They tried to do it in the Amazing Spider-Man thing. They tried to do it with No Way Home. That was sort of the closest they've got. But so they decided they were going to do the Rogues Gallery of Spider-Man villains or Spider-Man adversaries. But it's like, they don't match with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They have nothing
no, not at all.
They're ghosts, and they feel completely removed. I mean, this one's set in fucking 2002. He's literally not even a baby yet. Emma Roberts is technically pregnant with him.
Yeah.
So it's just a mess. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
Messy mess.
A mess that we have to we make ourselves.
Hey, I was pleased to go and see this, and I had a great time at the cinema. So
tell me then, what was different about this that made? Did you care about the Sony? What do they even call it? The Sonyverse?
Sony Spider. It's called Sony Spider-Man Universe.
But he's not in it.
So they consider the Spider-Man films part of it.
Right. So technically, they're saying this is in the same reality as the Tom Holland ones, which are also in the MCU.
But they're actually
reality.
Not in the same reality, because at the end of No Way Home, Venom is in a cutscene and then he gets taken back to his own universe. So they are in a different universe.
Right.
See what I mean? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make
Because they're
sense.
building the Spidey plane as they're flying.
Yeah.
Trying to make the money. But they didn't make the money. Anyway, so did you care about the other ones, or was it just this one
Just
specifically?
this one specifically. I only watched Venom last Christmas when I had COVID. Other than that, this was my first one. And I was fascinated by, could it truly be as bad as it looked? I love all of the cast. There's literally not a member of that cast that I do not love and have not seen in another film that I love. Is it Isabella McCard who plays one of the girls? You've got Sydney Sweeney. Isabella Merced or McCard, I'm not sure how to say that. She is in Instant Family, the really sweet movie about the foster children. Emma Roberts, Adam Scott, love them all. So I was fascinated. Also, I love a girly movie, and also it's set in 2000. So I kind of went and was like, I think the trailers were funny. He was with my mother in the Amazon while she was photographiing spiders right before she died, or whatever the ridiculous quote is. That isn't even in the movie. It's not even in the movie. No, it's ADR'd for the trailer. It's not in the movie. She doesn't say it in the film. It's so upsetting. But yeah, so I
don't remember missing that. I must have done.
I was invested in it. And yeah, I just had a good time at the cinema. I went by myself to Blue Water and I probably bought some chocolate and some fizzy drinks, and I just had a fun time. And I don't know why anyone thought it would be any more than what it was, but I don't know what the problem was with what it was.
I have a proposition. Is it proposition? I just think that people want every film to be like cinema. Yeah,
I heard a great phrasing for this on the For Your Reference podcast that I was listening to this morning when they were talking about Red One. And it was, don't go into a fast food restaurant looking for gourmet cuisine. Literally. You're not here because this is here to win Oscars. You're here because it's salty and silly and tasty and quick. And sometimes it's the good fast food, like a Wingstop or a Five Guys. Sometimes
I love Wingstop. I can't have Five Guys, but I hear it's great.
Yeah. Sometimes you get the classic McDonald's and Burger Kings, and sometimes you get the weird burger van in the field at the fireworks show. But you know what? There and then you're hungry.
If you're hungry,
it'll do.
It slaps.
And I think that's what this one was. I just wanted some silly fun. And it makes me sad.
Burger.
I love that. Once a year, I do love a good van burger.
It's like you can only have one once a year. Like you can only have one deep fried Mars bar in your lifetime.
I had one. I had one in the summer for my first one. Beautiful work. Would have again.
Well, you're not allowed. You'll die. That's the thing.
Well, I'm going to. If that's how I go out. My current plan of how I'm going out is to eat lobster, which I'm allergic to. But if it's a deep fried Mars bar, it's a deep fried Mars bar.
Well, you don't have to die. You can just be there with an EpiPen. I didn't know you were allergic to lobster.
Oh, makes me. Well, I've only ever had this lobster biscuit. It makes me super drunk. Yeah, it makes me like.
That's very
strange.
It
makes my throat really scratchy.
But going back to your analogy, I also think that there's an element of people, and I thought about this the other day, people going into a film who are, unfortunately, I think all of us Letterboxd users have got a bit of a brain worm now, where we can't just watch a film without thinking about what rating it's going to be.
I've broken that.
All of us.
I've broken it. I've come out the other side.
Have you?
I just watch films now, and it's really
Good
nice.
For you. You do not rate them anymore.
I still rate them, but I'm not thinking about it unless I'm watching it. I went to see a couple of retrospective screenings that I'm meant to be doing a write-up on, and when I was watching one of them, it was 3.5 hours long, and I was evaluating what I would write it out. But when I'm just watching a film at home...
Oh, that's like if you're reviewing it or
if I'm just watching a film at home now, I'm just vibing.
I ended up just being thinking about it as I was watching. I was like, this isn't any way to watch a film. I need to break free of this brain prison. But anyway, my point is that I think people go in, right, to films and they start at 0 and they want the film to earn the stars up from 0. You've got that wrong, my friends. You go in at least at neutral.
2.5, 3.
Or if you're a happy-go-lucky person that just loves to be there, you start at the top and you deduct a few for things you don't like.
I think I go...
But you don't start at 0. That's just in such bad faith.
And I think that's it. People didn't go in at 0 in this. People went in, with weapons. People went in ready. They went in ready to tear this apart.
That's wonderful. Can you clip it and ship it for the trailer? You're right. They went in with the fucking pitchforks and torches, man.
And it's that classic thing of it's not a great superhero movie, but also it's a women's movie. And Sydney Sweeney wasn't hot enough. I wanted to see her in the latex catsuit. Like, I'm a woman. I'm straight. Yeah, I want to fucking see Sydney Sweeney in a latex bodysuit too, mate. But calm down. Watch some porn. Legal, ethical porn, but still, that's what that's for. Yes, so I will concede that there are some flaws in this film, and the costuming being one of them. They decided the way to make Sydney Sweeney look like she is a 16-year-old was to put big glasses on her, put her in a virtually a school uniform, and make her carry around a teddy bear backpack. And that wasn't good.
And make her hair lifeless.
Yeah. The costuming people weren't living their best lives.
But maybe the work's cut out a little bit in that, when you hire people who are a sex symbol and you're trying to make them a
in fairness,
gone through puberty child.
I think this had been filmed before she became the mega sex symbol. Because this was
but her body was still the same.
Oh yeah. She does indeed have the bod.
So I don't know. I'm sure that there are things that can be done, like the magic of the movies. They definitely missed the mark on it. But also, I'm wondering whether it was a slight miscasting.
Yeah, I think as well. It doesn't help that she was probably fine when she was cast, but since then being cast, she's come such a long way.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll quickly go through the nominations. So, worst screenplay. I enjoyed it, but I can't say it should win any awards for the screenplay. It's pretty clunky. I think there was quite a lot of exposition.
I think it's the thing that people had the most problem with.
There was that whole scene where she's in the doctor's office and she floats into the other scene or something, and she reimagines how her mum died or something, because she's in her head. I can't even remember that. I just remember there being this ridiculous scene in the doctor's office where she finds out that she had that illness and that the reason that she doesn't have it is because her mum saved her in the Amazon.
With the spiders when she died and she was pregnant with her in the Amazon and the spiders. Yeah.
It was a very, very, very clunky script. So
yes, and I think that was but that was kind of why I had a bit of fun with it. I'm sorry, I'm not only watching films because I want them to be perfect masterpieces. I'm watching to be entertained, and it entertained me. It was stupid. Have you seen the video of where she takes the Pepsi can at the barbecue and she just doesn't open it? She's holding this Pepsi can like Madam Web.
Yeah.
From the minute she gets to the baby shower, and then there's 3 separate scenes and she's still holding and fiddling with it and she doesn't open it. I'll have to find you. It's like a TikTok where people are like...
I think it was the baby shower scene where I decided I was all in, because as a single woman who does not want children, I just felt so seen. I think I tweeted something to the effect. I was like, this film is for the single childless people.
You would be the person with the Pepsi can, but I know that you'd be drinking it at least.
Yeah, oh my god, I drink so much Pepsi. But because I am the person who always wants to talk about really deep stuff like death or first person that broke your heart. I'm not a fun hang. I'm a deep hang, and that can be fun, but I'm not always a fun hang. I like to get deep and weird and twisty, and sometimes that's not wanted at a baby shower. But I don't want to play a party game where they tell her in a nappy. And I don't want to
that's gross.
I don't like baby showers in general. I've only been to a couple, they were all fun, but not my vibe. So I just felt really that scene. I was like,
felt seen in the scene.
I did. I really did.
Fair enough.
Most scene I felt. Oh, yeah.
My point is though that there's little things that are just silly, and they do very much harken back to these like noughties films where you notice the little things. It's kind of reminded me, like say like something like we watched Bratz and we were like, this is largely fine, but there's little things in it that are just so like silly and stupid, and I don't know, but it's entertaining because of that, and it's the kind of thing that you look for in when you're watching films that are so bad they're good. It just seems to be that people didn't want to give this that what's the word, sort of like not benefit of the doubt, but didn't want to give that film that allowance and kind of meet it where it was at. I don't know whether it knew it. You know, what you were saying about the trailer, I think they probably did know that it didn't end up being that good, and they probably could have lent into a bit of a cult status for it to have a bit of fun. And don't get me wrong, not everyone has to have fun with it, but I think people wanted to go in being like, this is shit, with a bit of, but brackets, derogatory, rather than, yes, this is shit, brackets, celebratory.
Yeah, like fucking Venom films. Like, people fucking love those Venom films, and they are not good.
Because it's the boys.
It's Tom Hardy, and he's a hard man.
He's a boy. He's a man.
He's bad.
With another man inside him, mind.
Yay. So we bring it back to the 2000s. We're talking of also inappropriate peeps. Worst supporting actress, Emma Roberts, controversial with herself, but I can't help but
it's just
love her.
It's annoying because I do like her, but you know she's racist. So what can you do? And a domestic abuse.
That was the one I forgot about the racism. I was thinking of the domestic violence. Yeah, there was the racism also.
Forgot about the racism.
I can excuse racism, but domestic violence is where I draw the line. Domestic violence. Not true. That's for me from Community, everyone.
Community.
I also draw the line at racism.
Emma Roberts.
I don't think this can be a norm. She was probably had 4 minutes of screen time.
It's a cameo. Yeah. I think people just didn't like the fact that she was Peter Parker's mum. That's it. People just didn't like that. They didn't like that it was a bit of a shit. I think the problem with references and things like that now is that people just get them constantly. There's a barrage. Soon as studios knew that that's what people like Easter eggs and references and things, they just kind of dumped them all out on us. And now people are ugh, rolling their eyes to the point where you can't even do a good one now. You can't even try for a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge because people are like,
Did I need to know the origin story of Peter Parker's birth? Did I need to see Uncle Ben as a paramedic? Probably not. But is that comics accurate? I'm not actually sure, but I'd imagine probably, and that's probably why it was there.
Yeah, I imagine so. I can't imagine they just went, how do we make this relevant to Spider-Man? Let's make her... I don't know, but maybe they did... it's something different, though. That's all I'll say. And it doesn't, for me, the problem with some of these origin stuff, or going back and being like, where did Poirot get his mustache from? is
I forgot.
I'm not even fucking joking.
I know, I forgot.
Thing.
I really need to just watch that bit on YouTube.
The thing is that I can't remember now. Thinking about Poirot. When you write yourself into a hole, a corner, in that everything's now canon and explained. There's no room for imagination or mystery or intrigue. Whereas something like this, you don't know anything more really about the characters other than he's a paramedic. Blah blah. It's just a bit of sort of, if you expand the film frame, a bit of extra, when people change the ratio now from 4:3 to 16:9, you get a little bit extra each side of the frame. That's kind of what it feels like for me versus, this is canon and it's changed how we think about Spider-Man. It's nobody gives a shit.
So apparently it's not comics accurate, but the reason is because in the original script, supposedly according to Reddit, our Spider-Man, the original plot was a sequel trying to steal Peter Parker as a baby and kill Peter Parker as a baby, not the three girls. So that was the original plot.
Interesting.
So
that's interesting. I wonder why that didn't go ahead.
So apparently, Andrew Garfield, they wanted it to somehow tie it together, and Andrew Garfield was like, "No, I'm not being in any of your films, and then Tom...
Wait, why would it be Andrew Garfield, not Tom Holland?
Because they have access to him.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense.
And, well, he's the Spider-Man of that universe.
I thought we said that this was Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe.
Apparently not. So,
oh my god.
Tom Holland's in the MCU, and Disney won't allow him in the Sony Spider-Man universe. You were right. But they are technically all Sony films, which is confusing me, but they are in different universes.
But it's in the MCU, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have any Spider-Man, if you will.
Yeah.
That would have to be in these ones, would have to be Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
I'll just confuse everyone and cast a new person.
Which does also, because I think that was my thing as well. It's like, why did it need to be in 2002? What did that help? But
also, that wouldn't be Andrew Garfield. It would be a baby.
Yeah, those films were in 2010. Maybe it was, I don't know. I mean, whoever this original poster was pretty angry about it all. And they were like, it doesn't make sense. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't have too much of a problem with it. I had a little bit of a click point. I was like, oh, because I just genuinely didn't realise that that's what's happening. Like, I heard Ben and I just didn't click because I'd watched it like 4 months after everyone else had. So I'd kind of like missed a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I kind of liked it, but I suppose people were a bit bored of that kind of thing now. But Emma Roberts specifically is Emma Roberts in everything pretty much now these days. So I can't complain, but I do think it's just because people had a problem with her character
and the film
and her playing her character in this film.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Worst supporting actor is Tahara Him, who I'm guessing was a sequel to Villain.
Yes, and I do remember, I can't remember which line, but I do remember him having some interesting line delivery.
He was pretty bad, but was it the script? Because he was also in I'm going to butcher this, but The Mauritanian, which is a film about a guy in, I believe, Guantanamo Bay, that I watched a few years ago. And he
Would it be the Mauritian? Is it Mauritius?
Oh, yeah.
Mauritius?
Mauritian.
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
I think
he is astonishing in that. Like,
oh, wow.
So good. And was nominated for a Golden Globe and a BAFTA for that. So he is, or can be, a good actor. This script was bad, and it did look like it was edited to shit, and it was clunky, and
I think the editing had a big part to play as well, yeah.
He's kind of on his own talking into like a little headpiece, wasn't he? So
yeah, and a lot of the line deliveries that I was just like, I noticed it was ADR'd.
Yeah. So
and you could hear, if I remember rightly, as I say, I wish that I'd watched it more recently, but I'm pretty sure I could tell that it was ADR'd, not just off-screen dialogue. And it just felt like he wasn't in the room with, what's her name?
Girl from Girls.
No, I don't know. I don't know if she's in Girls. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the little web tech girl. She's one of the main girls.
Oh. Didn't know that. Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else. Well, there you go.
Are you thinking of the girl from Princess Diaries?
No, I'm thinking of she was in Venom. She's Chris Evans' ex-girlfriend, the one that does a voice for Big Mouth.
Oh, Ayana Glazer.
No. But that I didn't. She's thingies.
Oh, she's very like Ayana Glazer. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, but I can't remember. She was in The End of Us.
Jenny Slate.
Yeah,
Jenny Slate she's a very similar character in Venom. Anyway.
So yeah, I feel like this nom may be deserved, but not his fault. He innocent, film not.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's a mixture of the script, the editing, but also potentially the direction, because if someone's telling you to, dial this up, do it this way, etc., it came across as villain. Yeah. Let's go hammy, chewing scenery villain without, I don't know, it's hard because I don't know where he's from. Oh, he's French. So he had an accent in it, right? In terms of not an American accent based on the context of where they were. And I don't know how much he was told to kind of play on it as part of the character.
It was very much that 2000s, like, foreign man bad.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, exactly. So I think that goes, unfortunately, against him there.
Dakota Johnson, worst actress. Dakota Johnson's Dakota Johnson in every film. Like, she's the same in every film. But the thing is, she compels me.
No, I hate her.
I don't think I like her, but I can't not watch her.
Look, but no, I just don't like her. Not that I have any problem with her as a human being.
Yeah.
Like, I just think, and I'm really sorry, I don't say this about a lot of people, I don't think she can act.
I think she has literally one mode, and it's very one note, and I think in some things it works, and in some things
I don't think I've seen those things where it works.
I didn't mind her in this, but I liked the character, and I liked the sarcasm, and as I said, I enjoyed the film.
I do think this is one of the better things that I've seen her in. And to be honest, I can't think that I've seen her in a lot, to be honest.
So I was just having a look. So I've seen
whatever I have seen her in, I
saw her in Wounds, a horror movie starring Arnie Hammer. She was good in that. He's a bad guy. Saw her in Peanut Butter Falcon, a comedy movie starring Shia LaBeouf. She was good in that. He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
Come on. How to Be Single is not a very good film. It's like a girly rom-com.
I did enjoy that. I didn't like her in it. I didn't like
that. Was the first thing I saw her in, and I didn't like her in that. She was very good in Suspiria, which is a very weird film.
Yes, actually, okay, sorry, I apologise, Dakota, actually. You were good in Suspiria.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I forgot it was you.
Yeah. She disappeared into the role?
I have to say, though, I don't like her wig in that. Why was the hairline so far back?
She was in The Last Daughter. She was very strange in that. I hated that film as well, though. And then Madam Web, and then a couple of things where she had very small...
I'm pretty sure from the clips I've seen of all the 50 Shades ones, which I haven't seen...
I think they seem like a whole mess.
She's doing this.
Yeah, that's the
maybe
thing.
No sarcasm.
I don't really know at this stage what you want from a Dakota Johnson movie, because it's the same thing in every movie.
I don't, because I don't want to watch them.
Yeah.
What I will say is she's the same when she is in the office for that one episode. It's just that. Yeah. She just rocks up. Oh, she's in 5 Year Engagement. I don't remember her.
I think she's a very small role in that. Because she's also apparently in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, I can see that. And Social Network must have been when she just started out as a little Nepo baby.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's working for her.
It's working for her. And Chris Martin money. Though they break up all the time, so I don't know if they're currently in or out.
I didn't even realise that they were.
They've been together on and off for 10 years.
Have they?
Mm-hmm. I don't think this is deserved, because I feel like that's just Dakota Johnson.
Which is bad, so yes, she does deserve worse. So, no, and as I said, I did enjoy the little flickers of like sarcasm and stuff. I have to say, when I was watching, I was just like, okay, I do kind of like her a little bit in this, but I just don't. My vibe about her is just, I don't think this is for you.
I think I've come round on her. I'm going to pro her now. But I was anti her for a while. Not anti, but just like...
That's the thing, I don't care enough to be... Like, I was being a bit silly earlier when I said I hate her, I don't care. But I just genuinely feel like...
You've had me and Lily James.
I genuinely feel like this is just the epitome of Nepo baby. It really, really is.
Oh, yeah.
And she has her shtick. I don't like her shtick. Mm-hmm. This had shtick with sarcasm, so it softened the blow. You know?
Okay, and then I guess we can tie them together. Worst director and worst picture. It's hard to know direction-wise if the problems were with the direction or with the edit or with the script or all three.
Yeah, I have a feeling it was a mix of everything.
Yeah. A weak script that maybe was rewritten too many times because there's 4 writers on the script. She's directing it with one vision, maybe the studio and noting with other visions, and interesting. Oh, I guess the other person who's nominated for Worst Picture must be the producer. Yeah.
Well, what I will say is that the director, who is S.J. Clarkson, has a really interesting and quite good run of stuff, mainly TV. This is her first film by the looks of it, and she wrote on it as well. So, with some people you could be like, oh, you wrote on it as well. It's like you're like the common thing. But at the same time, I'm a bit like, was she part of trying to be a certain vision? But then if you've got 3 other writers as well, and it just didn't work.
And with all of the stuff happening in the Sony universe and the flop of Morbius and all of that.
Exactly. She's directed some really good TV. Anatomy of a Scandal. She's done an episode of Succession, Orange is the New Black, Jessica Jones, and these are all quite well known for their, their craft and their visual, and
Apparently, the script went through substantial changes throughout production, and just before they started filming, Sony had 30 pages cut, which they have then said that's why it was disjointed and had problems back 2 and 3, because Sony came in and were like, look, don't need any of that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think the problems with the direction. I personally think it was the screenplay. Because if you had a better story, I was all in on the vibe, really. The naughty stuff, even the character interplay. Like, I did it for me, it was the dialogue and how the scenes fit together and all of that kind of thing. So I would argue that maybe direction, it's difficult because I would maybe say not direction but picture, and that's the first time that I've actually been able to sort of quite simply in my mind separate them, whereas usually I'm like, they're pretty hard to separate from each other. If you feel like something's badly directed, you're probably going to think it's a bad film, and vice versa.
So apparently they had to do reshoots in January 2024, which Jeff Snyder reported was to remove references from the originally planned 1990s setting of the film, which would make sense as to why it was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Right, but also Jeff Schneider is not a good guy either. So
no, I was going to say I know his name and I don't know why, so probably because he's not a bad guy. Also,
I think he's literally been known as like actually making shit up as well.
Yeah, I just wondered. Yeah, he's the only person that reported on that. No one's neither confirmed nor denied it. There's no either way.
But it could easily be the case.
Yeah.
It could easily be the case. But January 2024 for reshoots, when it was out at the end of February, I just don't think that's physically possible.
No, unless they were tiny reshoots. And I don't think.
So it looks like some of the screenwriters, Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless, what a name, they seem to be a duo. After box office successes like Dracula Untold and The Last Witch Hunter.
Okay.
Were they? Box office successes, Wikipedia? Didn't we watch The Last Witch Hunter on a stream?
I was not part of that, but possibly you might have done. I wasn't there.
That would have been the Filmageddon guys, I think.
Yeah, I probably wasn't at that one.
They wrote Gods of Egypt and Morbius.
There we go. I'm blaming them for all of this.
We have a winner. Ding, 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 ding,
ding, ding. What a mess. What a mess. I fucking loved it though.
We know who is to blame.
But I loved...
And it wasn't the women.
No, it was not. It was a mess.
We don't know that for sure,
but it was a hot mess, and I loved it, and I will watch it again. And justice for women, and not spiders.
So, why was I saying for all? What is that from? Justice for all? Is that like an American thing?
I think it's just a common phrase.
No, when it's like something and justice for all.
What does it mean?
It has like a tone to it. I don't know. I'm chatting shit. Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, so this is a classic one of, I didn't catch it in cinema. I watched it later on to see what the fuss was about. Stephen, my partner, came home and was like, what are you watching? I was just like, Madam Web, and he went, was it really bad? And then he looks at me and we both say at the same time, I kind of liked it.
The Daisy classic.
Because that is just a Daisy classic at this point. But I have made it very, very, very clear to people now that if you drag things through the mud and tell me that they're the worst things in the world, when you haven't seen a film called Food Fight! But
we also haven't seen that.
I have. I watched it.
Oh, I hadn't watched it yet.
You hadn't watched it at the time. I watched it, which means I'm probably going to have to watch it again.
Hey, I have to watch Cats again.
I think we're both going to have to watch... No, actually, I've watched it twice. I'm not watching Cats again. I know it's deal. You can't tell me what the worst film is if you haven't seen The Dregs. The Dregs. So what happened? All that happens is, and it's your own fault, is that you all tell me something's bad, and you're like, oh, Daisy has a bad film podcast. Oh, this is. I think this is the worst film I've ever seen. Says someone that goes to cinema 3 times a year, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, great, and I watch it, and I'm like, they have no idea. And what happens? I go, that was all right, and then that average rating on Letterboxd. It gets bumped up by me. I gave it 3 stars.
3.5 from me.
But you are, you're an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Vocal advocate.
Vocal advocate. Just got to support the childless ladies who hate babies.
But they love carrying around their can of Pepsi.
I do fucking carry around a can of Pepsi.
That is you.
Yeah.
That's literally you.
It's me all day at work today. Pepsi Max Cherry though, guys. That's,
Oh, okay. All right.